Anyone who doesn't want to see you become financially successful, anyone that doesn't want to see you win in any particular area of your life, anyone who is trying to get in the way, anyone who has an issue with your success, anyone who is just trying to bother you or be a problem while you're pursuing your happiness, anyone that is irritated by that, or that doesn't like to see it, or that doesn't want it to exist, or that is praying for your downfall, or that wants to see you fail. All right, anyone that doesn't want to see any good come into your life, when they think that about you, or when you intuitively pick up on those vibrations, don't trouble yourself over them. Don't worry yourself over them. No weapon formed against you will prosper, for one. And for two, what they are wanting for you, they're actually bringing it to themselves, wanting it for themselves. They are making that a reality for themselves. They are attracting that. What you want for another person is what you eventually end up attracting in your own life. This is why sometimes people end up having nothing happen to them after they do something to you. They may have let it go and moved on. They may be on to their next target, on to their next victim, or they could be taking a break. Evil people have to live too and enjoy their life, so it could be some of that. But what's going to happen to them is what they wanted to happen to you. So you're going to be okay. Everything is going to continue to be restored. If anything was lost, it's going to be given back to you. You're going to receive increases. You're going to receive new opportunities. You're going to receive a lot more good things than they could ever imagine. What people try to stop for you, if you don't pay attention to it, and if you're able to focus on something else, it opens up a door for you to another reality. It opens up a door for you to still end up okay and still end up all right regardless. So they could want to see a certain thing happen, but if your focus isn't on it, and if you're not putting yourself in alignment with what they want for you, it can't happen. And that's why it's witchcraft. They do things to try to trouble your mind. They do things to get you to worry. They want to try to trouble your thoughts. And if they can disturb you enough, and if they can ruffle your feathers enough, if they can get underneath your skin enough, you end up causing a problem for yourself. And you end up being the one that ends up being under the spell. All right, so they're all going to be reversed. They're all going to fall back on them. They're the ones that are causing their own destruction. They're causing their own destruction. They're the ones bringing about their own downfall, not yours. So as you continue to rise up and keep your eyes on the hills from whence cometh your help, there's so many statements in the Bible that tell you to focus on something different when you're facing an adverse situation. If the negativity is in your face, it's time for you to get a new face. And what I mean by that is, when people say face about face, that means attention. Attention about face. That's attention right there. So they desperately are trying to get you to focus on what it is they want to see happen, because they use you and trick you into creating it for yourself. That's why it's witchcraft. That's why it's a spell. It's mind control. But what is going to happen is it's going to fall back onto them. They are committing a crime against themselves, not you. You're going to continue to rise upwardly. You're going to continue to focus on what matters, what's important, what means something, what's going to benefit you the best. That's keeping your eyes on the hills from whence cometh your help. Basically just keeping your mind on God, keeping your mind on good things, keeping your mind on heaven, keeping your mind on what you want instead of what others want for you. And that's the trick. They get you focused on what they don't want for you with intimidating looks, negative energy, put downs, belittlement, all witchcraft, things that you don't even have to pay attention to, things that you don't have to take note of, you don't have to even be aware of. You don't even have to put your mind on it. You could be somewhere totally else, somewhere totally different, not unbothered, not even paying attention to it. You could be looking at them as good people. You could be looking at them as friends. Anyone that tries to do you any harm, you end up screwing yourself when you go to look at them as a bad person. It's okay to have an understanding of who a person is, but you have to not accuse, you have to not blame, you have to not focus on the side of them that you don't want. That's why if people don't change, it's best to separate from them, because some people, all they do is allow you to focus on the side of them that you rather not be involved with or have to deal with. But you can still focus on what you want. You can still pay attention to what you want, regardless of what somebody's trying to get you to pay attention to. All right, so they end up creating all that for themselves. They end up creating poverty for themselves. They end up creating misfortune for themselves. They end up creating more misery for themselves. They end up digging a hole, thinking and expecting for you to fall into it, but they trip and fall into it before you can even get there. By the time you get there, they're asking you to throw down a rope and give them some help. But it's not for you to help them. There are actual situations like that. Some of us have experienced them in real time. Somebody did you dirty. A week later, you see them in need of help and assistance. You better call on the Lord, because you can't do nothing for them. And sometimes the situation is so deep where you actually find it in your heart to actually have to help the person, because it's like, you know what? I have to help you. And it's just, and I guess God just uses situations like that sometimes to show people just how much of a piece of trash they are. Or maybe it's a wake-up call for them. Maybe he'll use you to further try to stimulate something in their mind. Start a process of renewal. Who knows? He works in mysterious ways. But anybody that's like casting spells because they're jealous of your improvement, they are envious towards your potential, all right? Anyone that does not like your upliftment, your positive attitude, your positive energy, the good feelings you provide when you step into the room, and how bad it intimidates others. There are people who have a bad feeling when it comes to those particular types of things, and you're gonna have to ignore that. You're gonna have to look past that. You're gonna have to continue to focus on what matters. What matters to you at that point is whatever is most important. You gotta count the cost of things. If something is not important, is this even important? or is someone trying to make it important to me? Is this important? Or is someone trying to make this important to me? If it's not important, that means it's not supporting. If it's not important, that means it's not supporting. So if it's not important to you, that means it's not going to be supportive to you. It's not going to support you. So you have to count the cost of things. Yes, someone may feel some type of way. They may have an attitude. They may be trying to bring it to the forefront of your attention right here, frontal lobe region, trying to get you to focus on that thing. You know, they want you steaming. They want you hot. They want you bothered. They want you upset, angry, irritated, mad, confused over what they're trying to do. But it's up to you to withdraw the permission, because you have all the permission to withdraw the permission. If you give someone permission to have some type of power over you with their spell, you're feeding into it and giving them the power to be able to control you in that way. So in order for you to be able to stop that, and in order for you to be able to get your focus back on what you want, you're gonna have to turn your eyes to the hills from whence cometh your help. There's no support coming from the direction you're looking in if all you see is a negative face, a negative look, a scowl, a narcissistic glare or stare. You can turn the other way. You can turn the other cheek. Don't let nobody whoop on you. But ignore stupidity at all costs, because when you get caught up in it, the people you're around, their energy rubs off on you. Even in the heat of a moment when somebody's being stupid. Especially then, because you're open. Energy is easily able to be controlled when you're not in control of it, or choose to be in control of it. You gotta be in control of that thing, you know? Because if not, what they're trying to create for you will end up happening. People who want you to be out of whatever it is you're into or involved in. They don't want you to be a part of the organization. They don't want you to be the head leader of your church. They don't want you to be the top senior executive at your job that you've been at for 10 plus years, putting in more work than them. They may be somebody's whoever, upset because they didn't get the job. Now they gotta work underneath you. People tend to make things difficult for those who they have issues with. You try to be normal and cordial with people and they just keep making things difficult. That's a sign for you to fall back. That person got an issue. But what they want to see happen is going to be reversed. They're not going to be doing too well in the areas that they wanted you to fail in. And it's going to start to show. They may have that new car that you see them with, they may have to take that back and take a lesser one. They may not be able to make the payments on it. They may have to downsize. They may have to minimize. What they wished for you, all they did was wish for themselves. What you want for someone else, you want for yourself. Think good thoughts about you and think good thoughts about other people. Even if they trouble you, think good thoughts about them. Because all you're going to be doing is troubling yourself and your own mind and destroying your own peace. And nobody's trying to do that around here anytime soon. Praise God. the witches, all right? The witches, people who despise you, people who send negative energy out to you. It's going to be reversed back to them. They're going to be the one to get hit with it. They're going to be the one to get zapped. They're going to be the one to turn into a frog or whatever. You know, that some people want to see you lose things and have to start over. Some people want to see you with nothing because they already see you have everything. See, you have everything metaphysically. They see your crown spiritually. They know who you are or have an idea. They know that you outrank them spiritually. There's something about you that's bigger, greater, more powerful, and they can't destroy it. But what they can do is try to control it, try to trap it, try to break it down. And that's why they do things to you physically, because they want to try to break that spirit that keeps coming back, that stays strong and resilient, and that's always ready to put up a fight. But you have to learn how to put up the right fight, not just fighting because somebody's doing something to you and you want it to stop. That could end up not resulting well for you and end up with you being tricked out of a spot that you earned or deserve rightfully. Everybody deserves something. Some people are too busy focused on others and want to snatch what's in your hand out of it. But even if the physical things fade away, there's still something stored up for you in heaven, and that they cannot get their hands on. That's what's got the devil so mad. That's what's got everyone so irritated. You're aware that you have more, and you aren't even tripping. May have upset you because of the inconvenience, but still, you know and are aware of your divine inheritance. You have more than you could ever imagine, and it's at your fingertips. And you're beginning to realize that and accept that and see that and know that all this physical stuff doesn't even matter. Doesn't matter what you have physically, it matters what's stored up in heaven. You can have 2 pennies to rub together and be a millionaire up here and feel deserving of $1 million. And it has to work its way to you. It's law. So don't let people program you with their negative energy, trying to make you feel small, because what this does is it makes you doubt yourself, reduces your self-esteem, makes you think you're undeserving and worthy of the good things in life. If you think one bad thought, 1 million will follow. And then a negative spirit starts to develop and be conjured up. I can'ts and won'ts and nevers. To away with that type of thinking, you know, away with that type of mindset, away with that type of reality. See, you don't have to live in a reality that you don't want to be in. But other people want to keep you there in their mind because it makes them feel comfortable. Let them keep you there in their mind. They can think whatever they want. You don't have to try to prove anyone anything. It spills out sometimes because they try to let you know how they feel about you. And they let you know how they feel about your situation because they say things out loud for you to hear them so you'll catch it. That's why they're always saying things in your vicinity that have things to do with you but aren't speaking directly to you. It's a form of gaslighting. It's just meant to manipulate and try to control, confuse. Don't trip. Take a deep breath. Let it go. You didn't hear anything. You didn't hear anything. You didn't see anything. You're not even speaking on it. Who, what, when? I don't know. Do you? No. But we do know that the negative energy is reversed, is being sent back. We're not holding on to it. It can't touch us. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. And not only that, no plague, I said, no plague shall come nigh thy dwelling. We have to keep our mind in a state of faith and love. It will protect us. We have faith that God loves us enough that we're shielded, protected, and we will always be able to move forward positively in life, in a positive direction, working towards positive goals and making things better day by day, making our lives better day by day, making ourselves better day by day. Because every day in every way we get better and better. We get smarter and smarter, healthier and healthier, wealthier and wealthier, more physically fit, more mentally sound, more mentally fit, away with mental fatigue, away with stress, away with worry, away with anxiety, away with lack, unhappiness, negativity, hate, anger, disease, poverty, sick thoughts, away with all that mess. Your mind is God, and there are none beside it. Your thought is God, and there is none beside it. It stands alone. Your thought is God, it stands alone, and there's none beside it. Your thought is God. What you think is God to you. It controls your reality. That's why other people are so caught up on trying to control the mind. Whoever gets your mind gets the behind. So you better get behind what I'm saying and be in control of your mind. All right? This is your Wizard of Oz. You don't let anybody get behind the controls. And they actually found a yellow brick road, by the way, under while scaving the Pacific Ocean. They actually found a yellow brick road. All this stuff, all of this stuff has some truth to it. They're just pulling it down metaphysically from the unseen. It exists. Things that you can't see exist. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it exists. I mean, just because you can't see it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Just like those spells people cast on you. And a lot of these things happen when people are looking, because they're transferring energy. They're transferring their thoughts. A lot of these people are thinking things, looking at you, and sending energy out at you. Hoping you fail, hoping you don't succeed. What do you think's behind that mean look? It's not I love you. Ain't no love there. Except for the love of hate. Hate. Oh man, gotta laugh it off. Gotta laugh it off. Continue to feel good about yourself. Continue to be happy. Continue to know and have faith that you're going to be protected. You could feel the energy on people who just wish the absolute worst for you. You could feel the energy on people who wish the absolute worst for you. But the thing is, let them feel that way. You don't have to pay attention to it. You don't have to be troubled by it. Even if they get near you, even if they want you to notice it, even if they want you to feel it, you can let it fade and pass away like a cloud. It has to leave. Good vibes have to come back. Good energy has to return. And since negative energy is never created nor destroyed, send it back. Why do you think people even came up with return to sender? It's not created nor destroyed. It's theirs. It's not yours. Give it back. So if they want to be a witch, warlock, narc, evil spirit, monitoring spirit, whatever they want to be, whatever suits them best, guess what? It's not going to be able to destroy you. It's not going to falter your plans. It's not going to be able to be strong enough to make you quit or give up. I'm telling you, because I've experienced it firsthand. Even if you got to go somewhere else, you're still alive. They didn't make you quit life. And if you're alive and if you're breathing, watching this video, you may have a job that you may not even have been aware of. This thinking. You can change yourself so much that when you get on the next job, all the problems will be eliminated for the most part. You know, everybody has personal things that they deal with, or just things in life. But as far as what you dealt with in the past, if you can look past it and leave it in the past, it won't be an issue for you in the future. But when you hold on to the negative energy people give to you, it allows you to be attacked furthermore by people who are like that. Because that energy is in you in the first place, and it has to connect. That's how people end up connecting. Why am I connecting with all these negative people? You've had some negative experiences, and you have some energy stored in that you haven't let go of. And also, you know, sometimes that's just a part of it. For certain experiences, that's not going to eliminate all negative experiences, but the ones that you keep having with negative people, with toxic people, some of that toxic energy left over from the previous people might still be in your aura, in your energy, in your mind. But no plague shall come nigh thy dwelling, and no weapon formed against you will prosper. You're going to succeed regardless. You're going to prosper regardless. You're going to win regardless. You're going to be able to take care of yourself regardless. You're going to have enough for all your needs regardless. These people aren't God. They think they are. They want to be Him. But they ain't. You're more God to them than they'll ever be to you. Even though nobody's God to anybody, you'll be more, as far as I know, you're more God to them than they are to you. That's why they even try to get you to worship them, because they recognize that power of God in you, and they automatically try to deny it while getting you to accept a subservient position to them, their authority, their rule, their control, their negative attitude. Please. Once you become awake and aware, it's game over. They have no more control over your mind. All they can try to do is just create calamity and trouble from here on out. Not going to happen. No weapon formed against me will prosper. No plague shall come nigh thy dwelling. I dwell in the secret place of the Most High. So your enemies got another thing coming. People who are offended by your success have another thing coming. We humbly take this approach because we're going to let God fight this one. And we're just going to continue on the path to success. But we're protected. All right? No harm is going to come upon you. No evil is going to come upon you. No wickedness is going to come upon you. All right? You're going to experience love. You're going to experience happiness. You're going to experience peace. You're going to experience wealth, prosperity, good health. You're going to experience everything that your mind accepts and constantly thinks about. That's right. So reverse those curses, reverse those spells. They're the ones that did it to themselves. They're the ones that's going to end up on Skid Row. They're the ones that's going to end up without. What you see for other people, you get for yourself. Because I am you and you are me. You meet no one but yourself. We're all connected. You end up getting it back. That's why bad things always happen to those who continue to do them and who won't repent or change. They may have some good spells and some good things happen, but they can't maintain it. Not for long. And even if they do, it's none of our business. We're too focused on the good that we want. We're not worried about if good things are happening to bad people, because there are too many good things happening to us for us to even be aware of it or notice. It's so much good happening in our life, we can't even take our mind off of ourselves. Amen. All right, we out, man. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Pound that like button, pound that share button. Don't forget to subscribe. If you support this content and you want more awesome videos like this, especially longer ones, send a donation to my Cash App, my PayPal. All right. It'll help me. It'll change my schedule up and free me up and allow me to have a little bit more time so I can make lengthy videos. All right. For your mind. One time for your mind. Peace, love, and light. God bless you all. Thank you for watching. Shout out to the Galactic family, Druuill Nation, GCVs. We out.